Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh, and sizzling news all day long. If this is your first time here, you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Please go ahead and subscribe, like this video. Also, leave your opinions in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video. It's really important that we were encouraged to put out more reliable and authentic news for you all. Without further ado, let's delve right into the details of today's news. On Tuesday, Zenith Bank's compliance officer, Femi Remigos, presented crucial exhibits against Ali Bello, the chief of staff to Governor Usman Ododo, in the ongoing trial for an alleged 3 billion naira money laundering scheme. Remigos testified under the guidance of Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) lawyer Rotimi Oyedepo before Justice Obiora Egwatu at the Federal High Court, Abuja. Remigos was a sixth prosecution witness in the case involving Bello, who is also the nephew of former Governor Yahaya Bello. The EFCC had arraigned Bello along with Abba Daudu, Yakubu Siyaka, Adabenege, Iyada Sadat, and Rashida Bello, who remains at large on February 8, 2023. They face 18 charges of criminal misappropriation and money laundering of over 3 billion naira. The accused have pleaded not guilty to the charges. During the trial, the court was informed that the case was set to continue. Remigos detailed how large sums of money were deposited into the bank account of Comfort Concepts Company, originating from various local government accounts in Kogi State in 2018. The funds were transferred at different times to the bank accounts of several of the defendants, including Daudu's accounts. Remigos explained that on October 4, 2018, there were 9 separate credits into Comfort Concepts accounts, totaling millions of naira. These included 18.6 million naira from Ibaji local government area, 20.19 million naira from Adavi local government area, 17.5 million from Kogi local government area, and several other large transfers from other local governments. At the time of these inflows, Comfort Concepts bank account balance stood at only 7,275 naira. Remigos also testified that a transfer of 105 million naira was made to Daudu and others on the same day. The EFCC's legal team introduced various bank documents, including account statements, opening packages, and identification certificates from Comfort Concepts and the implicated individuals. Despite objections from the defense, led by lawyer Noreni Jimo, Justice Egwatu admitted the documents as exhibits, noting that the court would assess their relevance during judgment. The trial is scheduled to continue on May 5, 19, 20, and 21. Additionally, Mr. Bello faces another prosecution case before Justice James Omotosho. What are your thoughts? Let's have them in the comment section below. You can imagine. Imagine the humongous amount of money, by Yahaya Bello's nephew. But Yahaya Bello himself is at large or is in the country. He's close by, but we are not, seeing anything forthcoming from that. Before we go, my people, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. The first comment comes from Ignatius, who says, all these fraudulent Bellos of Kogi State are undoubtedly the quintessential that Kogi is a corrupt state of fraudsters, and that's why Natasha is unwanted and wouldn't fit in their EFCC wanted system. Another person by the name Ruben says they should send him and the evidence to Trump, else he would go. Nigeria has no strong traps to catch big-time players. I don't know. I find it weird that, when things are happening in the country, I don't even blame them anyway, but I find it weird that when things are happening in the country, a lot of people they usually prescribe that, taking the matter abroad or, allowing other countries like the US and the UK to interfere is the best solution of all. Why I said I don't blame them is because these people have lost faith in our judicial system. They have lost faith in our system in the country to be able to be fair and, do things the way it is supposed to do. It is supposed to be. That is why each time issues like this arise, people will say, oh, let US come and interfere. Let UK come. And that would never happen. That would never happen, because each country of a nation, each country is of a nation, have their own sovereignty. It's not possible, no matter how small the country is, even if it's Niger Republic, even if it's a country that is no more than 2,000 square meters, there is no way Great Britain or US would come and interfere and say that, okay, this is what should happen in another man's country. It's just not possible. They can only decide ways, the things that can happen in their own country. That is where their sovereignty ends. Exactly what Pastor Adeboye said of recent, that it is only God that is omnipotent and omnipresent. It is only God that can decide what will happen in Russia, and will still decide what will happen in USA, and will decide what will happen in India, will decide what will happen in 3, 4, 5 continents at the same time. Who can even decide what will happen in the whole world, the whole 7 continents at the same time. But people like Trump, who are just president of United States of America, cannot decide what is happening outside the US. He can only, decide what would happen in his own state. Another comment from Anthony says, newly sworn-in governor of Kogi State has started running his government with fraud. This is a bad seed sown by Yahaya Bello. Maybe people are blaming Fubara for, fighting with his godfather. You are now blaming Usman Ododo for not fighting with his godfather. Don't you know that waiting court fight between Fubara and Wike is about money? Because Fubara decided to decline on giving him, the amount of millions of naira he was asking for monthly. Most of these governors will finish tenure and they will still be collecting governor's salary. Example, Bukola Saraki, when he finished, I don't know if you remember, when he finished as a governor of Kwara State and became the Senate president, there was a news report at the time that he was still collecting salary. He was still collecting a salary as a governor of Kwara State while still collecting the same salary as a Senate president, as a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria at the time. So the reason that you are seeing Usman Ododo and Yahaya Bello, there is no fight, nothing is happening, nobody is hearing about a rift between them, is because Usman Ododo is still fulfilling all of the agreements that have been made. All of the things that Yahaya Bello is asking for, he's still doing them. He's still giving him the money. That is why you would never hear any rift. But as soon as he says that he's no longer doing what he's asking, that is when you would now hear stories of, okay, there is a rift between them. They have started fighting and all of the likes. Kletu says, you can understand why he fought like a wounded lion to restore this present governor and gave him his nephew as chief of staff. Very corrupt country. It will require Jesus himself to rule this nation for sanity to be restored. You can imagine, he just wanted to cover up his crime. That is why you see these governors, because of all of the atrocities that they have committed while in office, they want to ensure that they put somebody who will be loyal to them to continue. Because if another person who is not loyal to the governor that just left takes over, they know that their nyash will open. Far when nyash go open, everybody go hear what's happen. Which is why they usually fight tooth and nail to make sure that, they enforce or put somebody that would, do everything they are asking. Let's have your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Thank you very much for always listening and watching, guys. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye for now.